morning. I picked up another station from the blue screen, Tom, KAA now, and I see Nick is advertising field day. Reporting in the blue screen, we have 6 fleets left, and that we need to be there. We need to get butts in seats. Need to operate radios, make contacts, test all our gear out. So anyway, we've got about another minute roughly till our announcer comes on. So if there's anybody else that would like to get in on the early list, please call now.
W8WKY.
All right, this is Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha returning. We're going to take a pause here for our lovely announcer, and then we will start the pre-show.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There she is. QST, QST, QST. I am Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha, KE8VZA. My personal is Eric, Echo Romeo India Charlie, and I will be the pre-show net control operator for the BeaconNet. And we're going to have our pre-show from 9:30 until 10 p.m. And Dustin will be coming on as our operator of ceremonies, because Nick at Night's got the night off. So with that, we will take a walk through our net control team and check in with them and make sure everybody's equipment is working and that everybody's there. So first off, we are going to go to Dustin, KD8EPC. How you doing tonight, Dustin?
This is KD8EPC. Good evening, Eric. We're here. We're ready. You need to turn up your power, though. I think you were really noisy and you dropped out of the repeaters a couple times there during your preamble. So I don't know if you can turn up your power or maybe come in through the 700 there. But just to let you know, you are noisy there and you've dropped out a couple of times. But I'll be here and I'll be ready for the big show. With that, this is KD8EPC. Back over to pre-net control.
KD8EPC, KE8VZA. Now there, Dustin.
WB4AIZ. I want to amend my check-in to in and out. I usually do in and out. Over.
WB4AIZ, KE8VZA, got you in and out tonight, Chuck. Thanks. Thank you for checking in. And 73. Okay, Dustin, KD8EPC. In my query to you, your response, you dropped out. So can you come back and tell me how I'm sounding, and I'll give you a second report as well.
All right there, Eric. Yeah, we've definitely got some kind of weird conditions going on because you've definitely lost out a couple of times there, or dropped out a couple of times. But Nick says KRG is connected there if you want to give that a try. But it's going to happen. We'll have to do what we can there. So I'll turn it back to you, and let's get down the pre-show list there. This is KD8EPC, back to pre-net control.
All right, do we know if the 015 is connected?
KD8SLG, it's not, but I can.
I can use the 700. I might be a little quieter than normal. I'll flip over to that. KE8EPC is KE8VZA. How am I sounding coming through the 700?
I would send it right there, Eric. A little quieter, but you're definitely full quieting into the machine now. So take it away and carry on. KD8EPC.
All right, thanks, Dustin, and thanks, Just Nick. And while I'm at it, Just Nick, KD8SLG, you're next up in the Mickey Mouse roll call. How you doing tonight? And are you sticking around for the big show?
KE8VZA, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Eric and everybody on the BeaconNet. Yeah, you're a little bit quieter on the 700, but the signal is solid. So I would stay there. We can hear you. It's a little quieter than everybody else, but it's solid. And that's the important part. I'm going to stick around tonight. Wouldn't miss it for the world. And the world is my oyster. KD8SLG, back to net control. Thanks, Eric.
There we go, Nick. Very good. You're sounding good on your end as well. And thanks for the signal report and the suggestion to flip over to the 700. If I have a pause now and then that seems a little uncomfortable for a couple seconds, it's because I may have to wait for the 700 to ID. It IDs always when I want to talk. That's how it works. Anyway, thanks, Nick. And we'll clear with you for now. And just in case, we will go down. Oh, I got the preferred names mixed up on the log. We'll fix that. But we'll go down and check just in case he popped in on Echolink KE8QKO. Are you out there, Nick, at night? Okay, hearing nothing. He is taking a well-deserved night off. So we will go down and see if Josh, W8HRF, is with us tonight. Are you here, Josh? Hearing nothing, we'll roll on down and see if Lucy, KE8YUK, is going to join us tonight. Are you out there, Lucy? Okay, hearing nothing. We may hear from them yet tonight. We'll go on down and see if Alan is here. Alan will have the alt trivia question tonight. He usually is on another net, but we'll give him a call anyway. KI5DAY, are you with us yet? Okay, hearing nothing, have no fear. We will circle back to Alan. And so for now, let's go on down through this list real quick. I'll tell you who I have thus far. I have Greg, KC3SEG. I have Eddie, W3ETB. I've slotted in Ray in the customary 10th position as K5CFY. And we heard from Chuck, WB4AIZ, and Chuck's going to be in and out tonight. Thanks again, Chuck, for checking in, 73. And Chris, KO4CZ. CBH, and Tom, KA8MNT. So let me see here. Oh, I see Kelly. We'll add Kelly to the list, and I will open it up for more check-ins. Anybody out there want to get on the list, please call now.
KE8VZA, WA8KOC, Fred Akron.
Kilo Echo 8 Mike Yankee, listen in loose K8 MMY.
All right, this is KE8VZA returning. I copy KE8MMY. Thank you, Chris. Got you on the list. Any other check-ins at this point, please call now.
W8WKY.
KE8VZA, WA8KOC.
Very good. We got WA8KOC Fred. Got you on the list. Anybody else before we work this list, please call now. Okay, hearing nothing, we're going to go up and work the list. Again, I am KE8VZA, Eric, Echo Romeo India Charlie is my personal, and this is the pre-show for the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association's Beacon Net, held every Sunday and Wednesday nights at 10 p.m., taking check-ins at 9:30 Eastern, and so here we are. We've got some people on the list already that I picked up from the blue screen, and just forgot to mention we are on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, 147 Mark 390 megahertz with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. So if you want to double check your settings there, there's that. So first on the list, we will reach out here to KC3SEG Greg. How are you tonight, Greg? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Good evening to you, Eric. KC3SEG coming to you through Allstar tonight. Looking forward to it, and then I'll turn it back over to you, Eric. KC3SEG.
All right, very good, Greg. Just want to let you know you cut out for about a second there in the middle, but I got everything otherwise. Glad you're hanging around. Got you on the list. Next on the list is W3ETB Eddie. How you doing tonight, Eddie? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Yeah, hi, Eric. Yes, I'll be here. Listening to see what's going on and see what the trivia questions are. So I'll turn it back to you, W3ETB. Back to net.
All right, Eddie, very good. Glad you're aboard. We'll clear with Eddie for now, W3ETB. This is KE8VZA. We're going to check in and check with Ray here, see if he's joined us yet. He's usually on another net as well as Alan. K5CFY, Ray, are you out there yet? Okay, hearing nothing, have no fear. He will most likely join us shortly. Okay, next on our list is KO4CBH. Chris, how you doing tonight, Chris? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Put me in as in and out, but just wanted to say hi to everyone and hope everyone's having a good evening.
Very good, Chris. Thank you for checking checking in tonight. Marked you as in and out, and 73s, and hello to you as well. Come back and join us when you can hang around a little longer at some point. That would be cool. Next on the list is Tom, KA8MNT. How you doing tonight, Tom? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA, this is KA8MNT. Good evening, Eric, and everybody else here so far. Yeah, I'll stick around for the trivia, then I don't know how much longer after that I'll be here because the toothpicks are starting to bend a little bit. So with that, I'll turn everything back over to KE8VZA from KA8MNT.
All right, very good, Tom. I hope your toothpicks can withstand the strain there. So thanks for joining us. Got you on the list. Sticking around. Next we have, I picked up from the blue screen, Kelly, K0LRM. How you doing tonight, Kelly? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA. Hey, thanks for getting me off the blue screen, Eric. I hope I'm sounding okay on Echolink here. Before the node and everything links up to Claremore there. Yes, I will be sticking around for the big show, and I'm surprised to see you and Dustin match together. That's kind of different for James, but hey, it sounds good. All right, back to you, and wait for that.
KC0LRM, KE8VZA. You're sounding great through Allstar tonight, Kelly. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, we kind of shuffled the deck here with our team. And Nick at night, who usually has the NCO slot, has the night off. So Dustin has gladly slid over and filled in that spot tonight. So we'll hear from him more in a bit, in about 15 minutes or so. But thanks for checking in. Got you on the list there, Kelly. And next on the list is Chris, KE8MMY. How you doing tonight, Chris? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
I am living in the lap of luxury, and I'm going to tell the same lie that I tell every week. Yes, of course I'm going to stay to the very, very, very end and still be awake and listen to the after chat and everything else. Unless, of course, I fall asleep ahead of time. So, other than that, don't buy a custom base for the garage sale. KE8MMY, waiting for the rest of the nut.
All right there, Chris. Promises, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Got you on the list. We'll clear KE8MMY, and we'll go on down to Fred, WA8KOC. How you doing tonight, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Eric, great to hear you this evening, and everybody else in here that's checking in on the net. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful weekend. I will be punching my ticket and getting my tail up in the shower and into bed. It's been a long weekend. I was able to go to the People's Convention in Detroit this weekend, and I saw my pal Philip, K8PJW there at the end. Nice little surprise, and big weekend, a little tiring, so yeah, I'm going to get my ticket punched and get out. But I hope you and everybody else enjoy the net, the trivia, all that good stuff, and we'll look forward to talking to you somewhere on down the line through the coax. Just have a good start to your week as well. KE8VZA and the Beacon Net, WA8KOC 73, everybody.
WA8KOC, KE8VZA. Thanks for joining us tonight, Fred, even for a quick hello, goodbye. And yeah, fancy that, running into Phil up there. That's cool. So we will definitely hear you this week, I'm sure, on the barometer net. So thanks again, Fred. We'll clear with WA8KOC. I'm going to mark you in and out. This is KE8VZA. Next check-in here. He may not know he's checked in. Of course, he probably does. I got him from the blue screen. AB8MO, Andy. How you doing tonight, Andy? And are you going to stick around for the...
You got me off the blue screen. This is AB8MO. Yeah, I sort of figured that. Yeah, I'm a little confuzzled there. I guess Dustin's pitch hitting for QKO. I don't know why, unless Nick at Night's going to do Wednesday. So that would be interesting. All right, I guess I'll stick around here, keep the line moving along here, because you got a whole pile of check-ins to take here in the next, about 11 and a half minutes. This is AB8MO.
W8WKY.
Very good, Andy. Good to hear from you tonight. Got you on the list as sticking around. And, yeah, we'll get to those check-ins here. So we'll clear with AB8MO for now. This is KE8VZA. I picked up Chris, KD2HCE, from the blue screen. He asked to be in and out. And so we got you on the list there, Chris, 73. And so that brings us to the bottom of that list. And we have roughly 10 minutes. We can get some more check-ins here. And so go ahead. Please call now. All right. I heard a station break the squelch on the repeater there. If you can come back and give it another shot. I could not copy anything. Okay, hearing nothing. Station out there, maybe find another spot if you're able, or up your power. Not sure what else to recommend, but we'll have another opportunity for check-ins down the line here. We're still taking check-ins. So anybody else that would like to get on the list, now's your chance. Please call now.
KE8VZA, KD2SLG.
KD2SLG, KE8VZA. Go ahead there, Just Nick.
I think that kerchunk you heard was the boredom breaker hub linking up. So Oklahoma's linked up to us now. And that's a good thing. KD8SLG. Thanks.
All right. Hey, thanks for the info there, Just Nick. That's good news. So in light of the connection being made, there might be some check-ins out there that want to get on the list. And we have about 8.5 minutes or so. So, hey, if anybody wants to get on the list, please call now. All right, hearing nothing, this is KE8VZA. This is the BeaconNet pre-show on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, which is a stone's throw west from Akron, Ohio, if you need a major reference point there. Anyway, 147 Mark 390 megahertz with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8 if you want to check your radio settings there. I'm taking check-ins. I don't hear anybody. So let's ask Just Nick about field day. So, Just Nick, how many sleeps do we have left? Oh, he must have run down the hall to the fridge or something. Anyway, KE8VZA here, taking check-ins. We got about 7.5 minutes yet. If you want to get on the list before the top of the hour, please call now.
KD80PC recheck.
KD80PC, KE8VZA. Go ahead there, Dustin.
Well, good evening to you once again there, Eric. I don't have a whole lot to say to you, but boy, I certainly don't like awkward pauses, and we seem to be having one right now, so maybe we'll just chit-chat for a minute there. Boy, are you ready for this hot weather this week, Eric?
Well, I have to tell you, Dustin, I'm not looking forward to it, but I have braced myself for it. So AC's working, was actually in the pool today and kind of scrubbing some things as I was swimming. Sounds crazy, but had to be done. So yeah, I'm basically ready. How about you?
Well, I've been considering taking out one of the rear windows, putting in a window air conditioner, and strapping a generator to the rear bumper. So we'll see how it goes, but we're going to try our best there. And boy, you better watch out. You might find a squatch in your pool high.
Roger. If you're not scared of the pool itself, my pool, affectionately known as the Plywood Pond, but I'm sure glad to have it. It's not much to look at, but anywho, yeah, I think there's a meme somewhere on the internet with a guy driving in a four-door car with an air conditioner hanging out one of the side rear windows, and I think there's a generator in that picture too, if I remember. I haven't seen it in a while.
Well, you know, I was thinking, I've got one of those portable units that you just you gotta stick a hose out the window. That would probably be easier than mounting the window unit, but you still gotta have the generator, because I just don't think you're gonna find an inverter that's going to be happy off the stock charging and battery setup to run that thing for any amount of time.
KD80PC, KE8VZA, so true. I don't think there's an inverter that can be obtained that could handle that load. That's funny. Yeah, I can just see it. It probably worked though, right?
Well, if not, it won't hurt to try anyhow, so there you go. Well, Eric, I think I've wasted enough of everybody's time. They've got to listen to me for the next, 4 nets or something, so I'll turn it back over to you, and let's see if we can get a few more here on the pre-show. We got, looks like about 5 minutes left. This is KD8PC, back over to KD8VZA there. Take it away, Eric.
AF5 JB. Manitoba for short time.
All right, copied AF5JB, Matt, down in Tulsa. How you doing tonight, Matt? And I got you in here a short time. And if you'd like to share some comments with the net, please go ahead now.
Real quick, very short time. Good to hear everybody. Had a good weekend and saw my friends and everything, and go back this morning and with the laundry. You play games there. Go back home and have me a beer. But I just want so I take it easy today. So. Real quick, if you can hear everybody, Facility 3, catch y'all next time. This is AF5JB, Manitoba, Oklahoma. Battery control. Thank you for your time. Just gotta run.
All right there, Matt. Very good. Good to hear from you tonight. Thanks for taking time to check in with us. And I did some laundry today, too. I did a lot. When I do a lot of laundry, I call it Mondo Londo. So I did Mondo Londo tonight. So anyway, that way I have some things to wear this week. which the people who work are much appreciative if I come properly closed. So anyway, thanks, Matt, and hope everything goes well for you this coming week. And we'll mark you as checked out here. Thanks for checking in. Anybody else that would like to get on the list? We have about a minute and a half. Please call now.
Kilo Delta 8 Golf X-Ray Lima.
W8WK.
KC8 Fox Claim Victor. Good evening, Eric. K7QV.
KEA-VZA returning. We got two check-ins there. I got KD8GXL Keith and KC8FQV. So first we'll go to KD8GXL. How you doing tonight, Keith? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Good evening, Eric. KD8GXL. I'm actually in the truck with KD8MXF. We're almost to the home QTH. I just wanted to check in tonight. I tried to check in for the big show the other night, and I tried several times and couldn't get in, so I was a little bit puzzled. But I got in tonight, so I don't know what's going on. But I won't be able to make the big show tonight. I'll be listening on my HT, but I won't be able to make it. I just wanted to say 73 to everyone. Have a great week, and hope to hear some of you on the air for Field Day. KD8GXL, back to net.
Very good, Keith. Sorry you couldn't make it in the last try the other night, but you are definitely coming into the repeater with a very solid signal and sounding really good tonight. Thanks for checking in, and 73 to you. I got you on the list as in and out. So we'll clear with KD8GXL and go down to KC8FQV. How you doing tonight, Mark? We got about 30 seconds here. Are you?
All right. Yeah, okay, KC8FQV. I had a good weekend. Yesterday I went up to Geneva and went to the campground where my sister's kids were at, and then even left there and went up to the Geneva on the lake, the strip. Yeah, it's a busy little place. My mom was up there in the 50s, or late 40s or 50s, and she said, you know, and we were up there at the campground, so it was only a couple miles, so we said, well, we'll run up there. So that's what we did. Yeah, like me, when I go to Dayton, you know, I kept going down to Dayton, and I found Kings Island so close. So, you know, you do that. You want to look and see what's in the area around. You might want to see, like me, when I went to Virginia, I seen that, oh, there's the Chesapeake Bay. I was only a few miles. I said, oh, I want to put that in. So we'll send it back to net, KC8FQV, and I'm going to stick around.
All right, very good. Got you on the list as sticking around, Mark. We'll clear with KC8FQV, and we are ready to kick off the show. So I'm going to hand the net over to Dustin, KD8EPC. Go ahead, Dustin. The floor is yours.
Very much there, Eric. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY at -R. This is a directed net and all traffic must pass through net control. All stations are welcome to check in, and we'll take multiple rounds of check-ins, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're linking with our friends in Oklahoma. Did you drop in various other repeaters, so we ask that you keep for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show that'd like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call phonetically followed by alphabetically along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. Eric must have did a pretty good job there on the pre-show. We'll take some more check-ins here in a little bit, but let's go up and get our trivia, see what's going on there. And let's start with Eric with the main trivia. K8VZ8, what do you got for us?
K88EPC in the group. This is KE8VZA with the main trivia question. So I figured I would have a question related to field day, since we are coming up on field day in mere days. I believe it's 6 sleeps, and Just Dick will confirm that later on, I'm sure. But here we go. What year was the first ham radio field day in the United States? Your options are Alpha, 1923, Bravo, 1929, Charlie, 1933, or Delta, 1940. I'm going to break for time and read it a second time. KE8VZA returning with a reread of the main trivia question. What year was the first ham radio field day in the United States? Your options are Alpha, 1923, Bravo, 1929, Charlie, 1933, or Delta, 1940. And I'll post this in the blue screen in a minute. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you so much there, Eric. We really appreciate you doing the all the stuff behind the scenes there and doing the trivia for us tonight, too. Let's go see if our alternate trivia master is here yet, and our rubber chicken wrangler, KI5 at DAY all day long. Alan, are you out there? All right, he may be over on the other net there, so when he gets here, we'll come back to him and we'll get our alternate trivia question read. In the meantime, let's go up here to the top and let's see who's at the top of the list. It looks like Greg, KC3SEG. How are you, my friend, and how is Teddy?
Good evening to you there. Teddy's right here on my lap. Everything's, I'm going to say, with Siege, and I'll turn it back over to or hearing Eddie in there too. Eddie, your neighbor just to the north of you. KC3SEG, back to net.
All right, thank you very much there, Greg. Certainly appreciate you being out there tonight. Always a pleasure to hear you, my friend. We'll say 73 to you for the moment, and we're going to go over and we're going to talk to Eddie. We'll stay in Maryland. W3ETV, how are you? Good to hear you on a Sunday evening.
Yes, it's good to stay in Maryland. Hi, Greg. Hi, Teddy. Hope everything is going well with you and Teddy there. Hi there, Dustin. Yeah, hope you're doing well. I was unable to get in on the Beacon Net. Actually, not the Beacon Net, but yeah, the Border Breaker Net or the Beacon Net this Wednesday. So I missed both of them completely. I'm sorry about that, but hopefully I'm hearing you now on the Beacon Net on Sunday night. So, Dustin, I'll go ahead and give my trivia answers so you can go ahead and move on. I'm sure you'll be back as soon as we find Alan. He's out probably they're up doing some rubber chicken rustling. Anyway, I want to go with C. I'll go with C. I think that might be a pretty good answer. I don't know. But anyway, we'll go with that, and I'll say, well, I'll be sticking around for later, so you can come back to me when you can. W3ETB, back to net.
All right there, Eddie. Well, wonderful to hear you. We got you for C for the trivia, and we'll be back up to you here when our alternate trivia comes. So we'll say 73 for now, and we'll forgive you for missing Wednesday. But You have to deal with me now tonight, Wednesday night, next Sunday night, next Wednesday night after that, and so there you go. You have plenty of chances to make it up. Hi. We'll say 73, and we're going to go talk to Mr. Ray now, K5CFY. How you doing, Ray?
W8WKY.
K8 EPC Internet. This is K5CFY. Doing great there, Mr. Dustin. Hope you're as well. Had a great Father's Day dinner, and the kids came over. So, but I stayed on the cool side of the door all day long. So it was great. And Alan is definitely over on the American Airlines net and talking away. I think he's having a conversation with the rubber chicken. But anyway, my answer is going to be bravo for the main one there, and we'll see what happens with Alan if he gets in here. Everybody, I hope you had a great Father's Day and 73. And thanks for Eric doing the pre-show and doing a great job on the keyboard. K5CFY, back to net control.
All right there, Ray. Well, wonderful to have you with us, and definitely stay on the cool side of the door. I hear, I saw word for a excess heat advisory or warning for the whole week here from tonight all the way until Friday evening. So, not looking forward to that. We got you down for B for the main one, and hopefully Alan and Larry, the rubber chicken, will be here before we know it. We'll say 73 to you for now, and anybody who doesn't know, you can catch Ray and all the other wonderful net controllers every day on the N5XQK Memorial Board and Breaker Net at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. Ray, thanks for everything you do. Thanks for joining us, and have yourself a great evening. We're going to say 73, and we're going to jump on over and talk to Tom, KA8MNT. How you doing there, Tom?
KD8EPC, KA8MNT. Good evening, Dustin, and everybody that's here. Oh, things aren't doing too bad. Had a very amazing weekend. I was taken Saturday for a Father's Day lunch by my better half because we figured we wouldn't be able to get into anywhere today. And my daughter and her family took me to breakfast, and then we went down to the infamous Tim's Tavern for dinner tonight and had some fish. So wound up my weekend and did pretty good. As far as trivia goes, the first field day, I believe, was in, I think it's Charlie, 1933. So we'll go from there. And we'll be looking forward to the second trivia question. This is KA8MNT, turning everything back over to the super capable hands of KD8EPC.
All right there, Tom. Well, glad you had a great weekend there. It sounds like it was real busy there, and you got to enjoy yourself. And we certainly do appreciate you joining us here, as always. We got you down for C, and we'll be back to you here when Alan gets here with the alternate. Well, let's go over and talk to Kelly now. KC0LRM, how are you?
KD8EPC, thanks for getting me in there, Dustin. Doing pretty good here. Got the lawn mowed today. Didn't get all the weed eating done, but let me give you my answer before I get. I think I'm gonna go with B. 1929 sounds good. And then I'm sure you'll catch me on the second one when Alan gets on here. Thanks for doing that, and back to you, and I'll probably talk to you in a minute. All right, let's get on down the list. 70 KC0LM clear.
All right there, Kelly. Thanks as always for joining us. We got you down for B for the main one, and we certainly will be back to you as soon as Alan gets here. Boy, we're going to have to move a little slower, or we're going to be down the whole list. Oh, there he is right now. I'm not even going to give him time to prepare himself. We're going to see if he's there. KI5DAY all day long. Are you and Larry there and ready to read us a trivia question? All right, maybe he's not quite ready yet. We'll take one more check-in and we'll go back up to him here. Let's see, where were we at? Boy, let's go talk to Chris, K8MMY. How you doing?
I am eating ice cream out of the container by scooping it up on wavy potato chips and listening to you guys. And so I think I have a pretty good thing going on here. We'll see how it affects my lying at the end of the show. I'm going to go with B for 1929 because I think I heard some of our club members talking about the first one that they put on, and it was right about then, I believe. Anyhow, K8MMY back over to the whole shooting match show and waiting for the next trivia question.
All right there, Chris. So thanks for joining us, and you enjoy that ice cream. And yeah, we'll be back with the trivia here shortly. It seems like the other net there is lasting a little bit long. So we got you down for B for the main one, and we'll get you back to you. We had WA8KOC. Fred was in and out. We'll wave a hand at him. And let's go talk to this next troublemaker. He's almost as much troublemaker as Alan. AB8MO, Andy, in the land of snow and maple syrup. How are you?
Yeah, I think we need to dock Alan's pay for being excessively tardy. This is AB8MO. Okay, well, let me get the trivia out. I'll get it out. The trivia out of the way. Go to that fabulous trivia marker from Eric. I'm going to go with the 1933. I'm probably wrong, but I'm usually wrong. Hey, and that's okay. So, hey, happy Father's Day to everybody who's a father. I'm not, but I'm a proud uncle of two beautiful nieces. So, but not quite the same as a father. So anyway, made a nice, made some dinner for my dad. So that was basically went to church, and that was kind of my day. Came home and even examined the back of my eyelids. Had a busy day yesterday. I went to go see my cousin who got married. So that was a very nice venue down there in Akron, and had a good time. So I'm pooped. So with that, I guess I'll throw it back to Net, and we're going to hear from the guy who people really want to hear talk anyway, and that's probably you and Alan. KD8EPC and the Beacon Net. This is AB8MO.
All right there, Andy. Well, glad to have you with us. Sounds like you had a good day there, too. So we got you down for C, and you're right. We're going to go up here and see what Alan has to say now, and then we're going to talk to the whole list again here. So let's go to KI5DAY all day long. Alan and Larry, the rubber chicken there. What do you got for us there, Alan? Take it away.
KI5DAY in the net, and the rubber chicken. Hey, man. Good to hear you, Dustin, and you gotta love Andy, right? I mean, he's like what Nick would be like if he was on Dramamine and mushrooms high. Andy's a character. I enjoy hearing him talk too. He's a nut. But all is good, man. I just posted the alt trivia in here. The American Airlines net went a little bit over, but I'll take a brief pause here and I'll read tonight's alternate trivia out loud. KI5DAY returning. Tonight's alternate trivia is brought to you by Martha's School of Pencil Sharpening, and tonight's alternate trivia is sea otters. They often wrap themselves in kelp while they are in the water, and the reason that they do this is A, to break up their scent to ward off predators, B, to absorb nutrients through their skin that protects them from the sun, C, to use it as an anchor to keep them from drifting off during sleep, or D, to make it harder to be found during the annual Cornwaldo bean otter slaughter. Let me let this drop and I'll read it one last time.
8W8W.
Here we go again. Sea otters often wrap themselves in kelp while they are in the water. The reason they do this is A, to break up their scent to ward off predators, B, to absorb nutrients through their skin that protects them from the sun, C, to use it as an anchor to keep them from drifting off during sleep, or D, to make it harder to be found during the annual cornwattle bean otter slaughter. Yeah, I found DAY back to that.
All right there, Alan. Well, thanks so much for the alternate trivia there, and we'll wave a hand at Larry, too, and we're going to think about it for a while, but let's go back to our list here, and let's start right up at the top here with Greg. KC3SCG. Greg, would you put both your answers for me? I missed your initial answer there the first time. KC3SCG, take it away. All right, we may have missed him already. Let's go down here and try Eddie, W3ETB. Eddie, what's your alternate trivia answer?
Oh, you didn't lose me there. Dustin, you didn't lose me. I just couldn't find the daggone cursor here for the Echolink. Yeah, I'll go with C. So my main trivia question answer was C, and I'll might as well make the alternate C as well. Back to you.
All right, pick up the right microphone there, boy. Let's go down here to K5CFY. Mr. Ray, what's your alternate trivia answer? Uh-oh, let's try that again. K5CFY, Mr. Ray, are you still out there? And what is your alternate trivia answer?
CFY. Sorry about that, Dustin. My wife was talking to me. I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo. So there you go. Back to you there, K5CFY.
All right there, Ray. Well, thanks for coming back, and apologize to the better half for us for distracting you there. We appreciate you, and we got you for B&B there. We'll say 73, and let's go over here to Tom K8MNT. Tom, what's your alternate trivia answer?
KD80PC, KA8MNT. Well, I think I'll go with Bravo. Charlie on the first one and Bravo on the second one. So with that, I'll turn everything back over to KD8EPC.
All right, thank you so much there, Tom. We appreciate you coming in there, and we got you down for Charlie and Bravo. We're going to say 73, and we're down to Kelly again, KC0LRM. Kelly, what's your alternate trivia answer?
Hey, Dustin, thanks for coming on back here. You know, I just have to go with the otter slaughter. That's just great. Cornwall or bean otter slaughter, D. B and D. All right, back to you, Dustin.
All right, thank you so much there, Kelly. We appreciate you coming back to us and sticking around for the Beacon Net as always. We're going to say 73. We got you down for B and D, and we're going to go over to Chris K8MMY. What is your alternate trivia?
Well, I happen to know that the otters nest down in there to, I guess you could say anchor would be a good thing, but like the mama otters have a whole bunch of kids that stay up half of the night driving them crazy, and teenage otters are allowed to sleep next to each other as long as they have a bundling board in between them. So I'm going to go with that for my answer. KE8 MMY.
All right there, Crystal. We certainly appreciate you coming back there, my friend. We'll say 73T for now, and we got you down there. Let's go over to Andy again, AB8MO in the land of snow and maple syrup. Andy, what do you have for the alternate? Can you repeat that, Andy? I couldn't copy anything. You were very, very noisy there.
All right, well, I guess the farts are what you're going to get. Going to go with the otter slaughter. You should have been listening. Back to that, AB8MO.
I was listening. I was just missing too many pieces there to put it all together. So there you go. We got you for C and D. Geez. Thanks, Andy. And we'll talk to you again there soon. All right, let's go down here to KC8 Fox Queen Victor. Mark, good evening. What do you have for us, and what are your answers to the trivias? Go ahead.
All right, KC QV. Well, I'm going to say B on the second one, 1933 or Charlie on the main one. So that's what we'll do there. Other than that, yeah, a bit of the weekend being with the family. So both days, so everything, I'll send it back to that. But the main trivia, 1933 Charlie, and B on the alternative. So back it comes, KCFQV.
All right there, Mark. We've got you down for Charlie and Bravo there. We'll say 73T for now, and have yourself a great evening. All right, this is KD8DPC with the Beacon Net. Next on the list, we're going to go over here and talk to KI5TAQ Taco Tim. Take it away.
Oh, good afternoon, guys. Or I should say, good evening, guys. This is KI5TAQ. Oh, hearing someone mention that F word called farts, I'm thinking, what's going on? Someone farting around? Just make sure it ain't stinky. Trivia questions. I think I'm going to go with the great state of Oklahoma for both of them. That's all I'm going to say. But at least one thing, I've had one problem with the radio, and got it worked out today and tonight. Well, shall we say the radio is working fine with the power supply, and especially when it's on low power. So with that said, I'll send it back to net control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right there, Tim. Well, sometimes you just got to smack your radio around a little bit, and it'll start working high. Great to have you with us, my friend. We'll say 73T, and have yourself a great evening. Let's see, next on the list here, we're going to go talk to Rev Kev, K6KJV. How you doing?
Hello, everyone. This is K6 King James version out here in Valley Springs, California. Let me go through the list here. Dustin, Eric, Just Nick, and then Nick at Night, he's grayed out. Josh, Lucy, Alan, and let's see, how could I forget my buddy Larry? Oh man, I don't want to miss him. And how y'all doing tonight? Glad to hear you out there. Have listening to y'all's and trying to keep up with the blue screen, but I can't read. I only got one eye, so I can't read that quick. My answers are, to prove that I did not look it up, and I'm not typing right now so I can listen, it's double D, as always, Delta and Delta. I think Larry likes that one a little bit better there because he told me the other day he didn't like that chicken one last week. You know, howdy there, Mr. Rubber Chicken Wrangler, and Larry also told me he's still upset with NBC because he's got bought out by Time Warner and they're trying to use that as a loophole to get out of his contract for the Peacock deal there, and so, boy, I tell you, things are just happening all over the place. So, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just rambling right now. So, hi, Mr. Ray. Haven't talked to you in a while. Honorary Beacon, and I'll just shut up and say God bless. Hope everybody's having a blessed Father's Day, and turn the mic back over to you, Dustin, from K6KJV.
All right there, Kevin. Well, it's never rambling. We always enjoy hearing what you got to say out there, and it's always a pleasure. We got you on for Delta and Delta. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll say 73 for now. Kevin was the bottom of the list. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net, and we're looking for some check-ins. Please call now. Oh boy, it might be a quick one tonight there. Let's go up here and see what the net control team has to say, I suppose. Let's see, let's start with Eric, KVZA. How you doing, Eric? What comments do you have for us, and what are your answers?
KD8EPC, KE8VZA, coming in through the 700 repeater tonight. Doing well. Had a good Father's Day today. The fam took me to lunch at Max and Irma's in Middleburg because we all decided we hadn't been there in a while, and they did change their menu up, and it was good. Had a good time. Not very crowded. We passed a lot of jam-packed restaurants, but Max and Irma's had about a middle-of-the-road crowd in there, so that was good. Then we cooked steaks on the grill, so it was like a twofer. My wife was at Costco, and she said, hey, these steaks look good, so she grabbed them. Anyway, good looking out. Let's see. Then right after that, I got some news I didn't want to hear. I'm going to take a break for time and come back. KE8VZA returning. My parents called me to let me know that one of my aunts passed away, one of my mother's sisters. I don't know exactly how old she was. I think she was 79, and she was a nun, and we were planning to go to her 60th anniversary up at the Mother House in Wisconsin. I was going to miss field day for that. Now, instead, it looks like we will be at her funeral, but she will be greatly missed. A very unique individual, did a lot of good throughout her life, and yeah, just kind of popped the balloon there of the Father's Day bliss. But anyway, that's life. So KE8VZA, we'll go back to, trivia. Alternate trivia, I'm going to go with Bravo. And back to net control, KE8VZA.
All right there, Eric. Well, sorry for your loss. That's awful, but I hope everything else went well today, and we'll be covering for you all there during Field Day Sunday. Me and Nick will be here, so everybody come and say hello to us. We'll have been up all night and all day, so it's going to be a fun one there. So, Eric, once again, sorry for your loss there, and we'll catch you down the log there for the answer for the trivia. Well, let's go talk to Just Nick now, KD8SLG, not the man behind the curtain tonight. How are you, Just Nick?
KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Dustin, and all of the Beacon netizens. So good to be here. Truly is. Very apropos question, Eric. Very apropos. And I'm going to go with 1933, I believe. I don't remember the letter. That's your job. Anyway, and of course for the alternate, I have to go with Delta because the only thing more fun than saying Cornwaldo being on the air has got to be otter slaughter. And since we were talking about LSD and other hallucinogens earlier, imagine a little piece of paper with a bleeding otter on it. You could call it the Otter Slaughter Blotter. Anyway, having a good time tonight here. I am excited for field day. I've been trying to bank a few hours of extra sleep, and I think it's going to be a good one. Hopefully there won't be any coronal mass ejections wrecking our propagation. But we'll have to be tuning into N8WS on the barometer net every morning this week to find out what's going on there. Butts in seats is the mantra this year. And yeah, Dustin, you're going to have to sit down and work a radio this year. Maybe I will, too. I got one contact last year. Pretty sure that's all I had time for. 6 sleep still field day. This is KD8SLG. Back to net control.
All right there, Nick. Well, good to have you with us tonight. And, I signed up for the 12 to 3 slot there, so we're going to have butts and seats and making contacts there. And I got the secret weapon. We're ready to go. So there you are. Great to have you with us, my friend, as always. And, 6 sleep still field day. Boy, we got you down for C&D. I'm going to go with C&D also just because. K8QKO, I think, was in and out, maybe not here on vacation, but we'll see if he's maybe on Echolink or something. K8QKO, are you there? All right, he's somewhere out there in Hawaii. We'll wave a hand. And Josh and Lucy were in and out. We'll say hello to them. That brings me down to our rubber chicken wrangler for his comments. KI5DAY all day long. What comments do you have for us there, Alan?
KI5DAY. Oh man, just enjoying the beacon net here. We just had a big AA net and it lasted a little bit longer than we anticipated, but it's been a good weekend, man. It was a rough week last week with all the heat and everything and all that, but happy Father's Day, by the way, to all the dads out there and grandpas and stepfathers. I had a stepfather and a biological father, so appreciate stepfathers that step up in place and take care of kiddos, even when they don't have to. I had one that did, so appreciate that. But all is good, man. I'm just sitting over here chilling like a villain. My eyes are burning a little bit from being outside, sweating a lot today, doing some work. And anyways, Larry's feeling better. He ate a he ate a bad June bug last night, and it kind of freaked him out. But once he got that out of his system, he was good to go. He's going to stick to worms and grub worms and the occasional Funyuns from now on. So all is good, but I don't have a whole lot else. I'll say for my primary trivia question, I'm going to go with C as in cranium. So that's my guess. But with that, I'll shoot it back to you. And this is KI5DAY with Larry, the rubber chicken. Back to you.
All right there, Alan, and I've just got one more question for you there. Have you made your weekly trip to the car wash with the neighbor's cats?
Yeah, we did that yesterday, and unfortunately one of them got too much soap in his eyes, and he got a little bit upset and took off running in circles until we could catch up to him, and took a couple of us to hold him down to put some eye drops in his eyes to get that out of there. But, usually they do pretty well, but he got a little overzubious, I guess you could say, during the soap cycle and got too much in his eyes, so we'll have to be careful with that next time. Back to you.
W8WKY.
All right there, Alan. Thank you so much, and thanks for coming in here and doing the alternate trivia tonight. We'll be back to you here shortly. All right, we're going to get the trivia answers here in just a minute, but let's make another call for check-ins here. Stations waiting to check into the BeaconNet. This is KD8EPC. Please call now.
Kilo 8, Bravo, K8GB.
All right, we'll take them one at a time, and that's a good one, too. How you doing, Dave? K8GB.
Of course, my identifier on my node decides to run then. Good evening from KGB. Coming to you from the other side of Lake Erie here in Detroit, where it's warm here, going to be warm all week like I know it's going to be for you. 90s all week, I think 90s on Saturday also, so it'll be a warm weekend for field day. I was just remembering my first field day was in 1970, way back. And back in those years, solid state just wasn't happening yet, so whatever radios you lugged out to a field day site was all tubes. So it took a bit to haul all the equipment out. We ran 2 transmitters, 2A with the first group I was with, but back then there was only class A, B, and C. It was installed, designed for portable stations then. There was no home or EOC categories or anything, so it was A, B, and C only. And of course no computers either for logging, so we had a great big sheet. It was sort of like on a poster board, and you just had these columns on them, and you would just put down the last 3 letters of a call in each column, sort of shorthand to look through. It says, okay, did I work WQA before, for example, and so forth? Well, we didn't. Okay, good, we'll work them. So it pretty much took 2 guys to run without the computer. So on that first field day, I was a novice. I used to have a separate tent for the novices, and I started out with WN8GBK, which explains the KGB call I have today. So it was an interesting weekend. That was just 6 months after I got my novice, so I learned an awful lot that weekend. And I boosted my CW speed from 5 words, went up to about 10 or 12 too. So that was a good weekend of intensive training. So I'll call it C Charlie for the field day answer, and I haven't heard anybody say A for the other answer, alternate tribute. So I'll go A for alternate. So back to you, and hope you have a good week and a good field day next weekend from KGB.
All right there, Dave. Well, great to hear you tonight. We got you down for Charlie and Alpha, and boy, we'll be listening for WA8, WKY there on field day. That's where me and Nick will be, and we're hoping to have butts and seats and make lots of points there. So great to hear you, and I'll tell you what, one of these days I'm going to have to make it to the other side of Lake Erie, and we'll have to have a lunch or something. So we'll say 73 to you for now. Have a great day, or a great evening, rather, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, Dave was at the bottom of the list there. We're going to go up here, and let's get our trivia answers. Let's start first with Eric, K8VZA. Take it away there, Eric.
KD8EPC in the group. This is KE8VZA. So here we go with the main trivia answer. So what year was the first ham radio field day in the U.S.? It was actually Charlie, 1933. In the United States, as you well know, field day is typically the largest single emergency preparedness exercise in the country, with over 30,000 operators participating each year. Field day is always the 4th full weekend of June, beginning at 1800 UTC Saturday, running through 2059 UTC on Sunday, and butts in seats. That's what Nick wants to see. Anyway, making contacts. This is KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you very much there, Eric. We really appreciate appreciate you doing the trivia there and everything you do for the net this evening. So we'll say 73, and we're going to go over here now and talk to KI5DAY all day long, Alan, for our alternate trivia. Take it away there, Alan.
KI5DAY, yeah, sorry, I was checking something else on my phone there. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to give the answer to the trivia question. Okay, here we go. Tonight's alternate trivia question. I have lost it. I'm trying to find it here. I'm scrolling up. Here we go. Sea otters often wrap themselves in kelp while they are in the water. The reason they do this, and your choices were, A, to break up their scent to ward off predators, B, to absorb nutrients through their skin that protects them from the sun, C, to use it as an anchor to keep them from drifting off during sleep, or D, to make it harder to be found during the annual Cornwall bean otter slaughter. So, yeah, the actual correct answer was C. They use it as an anchor to keep them from drifting off. And not only during sleep, but just other times, but whenever they're resting, because they will drift if they don't. So one of the things I said was they use it to ward off predators by having it block their scent. That's not true. They actually do use kelp to ward off predators, but they hide in the kelp. They wrap themselves in it to hide from predators, so it doesn't ward off their scent, though. But yeah, so the correct answer actually was C. They don't like to drift off, so it's an anchor for them. Hi. So that's tonight's alternate trivia. Back to you. KI5DAY.
All right there, Alan. Well, thanks so much for the creative alternate trivia. As always, we appreciate you there, and we certainly do condone the Cornwall bean otter slaughter. So it's a family-friendly event. We do it every year. We certainly enjoy it. So we'll say 73 and have a great evening. All right, we're at the bottom of the list there. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net, and this is the last call for check-ins. Stations ready to check in. Please call now.
WN8SCI.
November Tango 8 Delta.
KD8SLG, recheck back of the bus.
All right, we have WN8SCI Walter. Good evening, NT8D Dave, and KD8SLG just Nick at the back of the bus. Let's start with Walter. WN8SCI, how are you, my friend?
How's it going, everybody? How's it going there, Dustin? Doing all right. Today's my Friday, so enjoying that. And just kind of playing some games, got the radios on, and just kind of seeing what's going on. And yeah, Dustin, we'll have to catch up sometime, maybe after the net or sometime on Messenger or something. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and pass it back to you. Hopefully everyone's had a great day, and I'll be listening.
All right there, Walter. Well, great to hear you. It has been a while, and definitely if you give me a few minutes after the net to walk down the hall and get a couple of things done, I'd love to catch up. It's been way too long. So we'll say 73 to you for now. Great to hear you, and we're looking forward to catching up there. Let's go talk to Dave, NT8D. Good evening, Dave. It's a little past your bedtime. How you doing?
Evening there, Dustin. Very much quite past my bedtime. Played a concert at the Copley Circle this evening, so I'm home, unloaded the equipment, unwinding, double-check, make sure my dad got home okay on his drive, so he's fine, and just kind of wrapping things up, turned on the radio, heard things still going on, just caught the answers to the trivia, so that's cool. I thought I'd check in, say hi, since I get a chance, not often do. So hope everybody's having a terrific start to the next week. Send it back to Net Control. Thanks for taking the call. Everybody have a terrific night. 73 NTAD.
W8WKY.
All right there, Dave. Well, glad you had a good time at the concert. Glad everybody made it home safe, and we do appreciate you stopping by there. It's not often we get to hear you on the Beacon Net, so pleasure to have you. And I went and saw you Jazz Under the Friday night up in the square here in Medina. That was kind of cool. So there you go. We'll say 73 to you. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you down the log. All right. Ran over by the bus, at the back of the bus, hanging off of the bus. KD8 SLG, just Nick, take it away.
KD8 EPC. This is KD8 SLG, under the bus. So Dave told the story of his first field day, so I thought I'd toss mine in here. Because my first one was 2021, right after COVID. It was the first time I met a bunch of the other fellow club members, so it was definitely a social event and a ton of fun. Let's see, 2022, 2021, let me continue. I was a tent stake. That was literally my position when we put the mast up and tested everything. I was a tent stake. But I also showed up with my 991A, and I worked 40 meters that day, and I learned how to use my radio. Because that was the first time I really used the 991A on HF, so it was pretty cool. 2022, I was in Pennsylvania. I went to their local club's field day. It was two guys under a canopy with some waters and bags of chips, and it was a fun time. 2023, I was field day chairman for Sarah, and for some reason, 2024, I am field day chairman again. Thing is, everybody get out wherever you are, get out to the closest field day you can get to, say hi and support the local club. 6 field days, 6 sleeps until field day, and looking forward to it. KD8 SLG, back to net control. Thanks, D.
Only 6 more field days until sleep. All right there, Nick. Well, thanks for the message there, and definitely get out and get to a field day. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm even going to drag some friends there, so there you go. All right, we're at the bottom of the list. This is the last and final call for check-ins for the Beacon Net. Please call now.
KC8, MCA. KCJL.
All right,
Nick, I get a confirmation on the first answer for the trivia.
Would you come back a little bit slower? I didn't catch your whole call there. KC8 station, come back.
Justin, I think I heard ELM in there, NTAD.
All right, I'm not sure there, Dave. I heard a couple there. If ELM there, if that was you, go ahead. All right, nothing heard there. I do have a recheck from KC8FQV, it looks like. So we'll try that other station again here in a minute. Let's go over to Mark, KC8FQV. Take it away with your recheck.
Yeah, I just want to get a confirmation on the first answer, KCFQV. And yeah, that station was very light that was checking in, KCFQV. But I just want to get a confirmation on the answer for the first main trivia, KCFQV.
All right there, Mark. I'm going to go to VZA one more time there. Eric, take it away with the main trivia answer there for Mark.
KEA VZA returning with the main trivia answer. It was Charlie, 1933 there, Mark. KE8 VZA, back to net control.
All right, right, thanks so much there, Eric. Really appreciate it. We're going to go back down here and see, we're going to make one more call for check-ins and try to get that station I missed before. Station that tried to check in before, come back and try a couple times. Your audio is really light.
KE8PJL.
All right, I got KE8PJL. Go ahead there.
KE8PJL, here. This is, my handle is Jeff, Juliet Echo Foxtrot. Currently, Marine Mobile, Middle Bass Island, Lake Erie, Ohio. Just scanning the band tonight and ran across your net and programmed in your repeater just to see if I could make the trip. Sounds like you got a good net going on, a lot of fun. Say hi to you, and back to net control, KE8PJL.
All right there, Jeff. Well, very cool. Thanks for stopping by. And boy, we don't get many maritime mobiles, so we really appreciate you coming in there. Yeah, you can find the Beacon Net every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We do a pre-show from 9:30 to 10, and we start the big show at 10 o'clock there. We have trivia questions, and it's always a great time there. We originate from the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, but we're also on the W8OKE over there in Middlefield. We're on the 146-700 in Elyria, and then we're linked all over the country with different networks there. So thanks for joining us. We'll say 73T and have yourself a great evening. All right, we're at the bottom of the list. I'm at the end of my rope. This is KD80PC. I'm making one final call for check-ins. Final call for check-ins for the Beacon Net. Please call now.
Alpha India 5, Quebec AI 5Q.
KE8MMY recheck.
Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra, BY1MGF. Michael in the Yukon. Greetings all.
All right, we got a nice check in there. We have Jairus AI5Q, we have a recheck from Chris, and we have VY1MGS, Michael over there in the White Horse. Let me go up here and talk to Jairus AI5Q. Good evening, how you doing?
Well, good evening, Dustin and Nick behind the keyboard there. Appreciate you guys running the net. Let's see, had a pretty busy day today. About 11:15 or so, my buddy Mitch, KC5PWB, stopped by the house, and we both hopped on our motorcycles and rode out to Stillwater to meet my brother for lunch. And then we sat at lunch for about 2 hours, ate and talked and chatted and had a good time, and then rode out to the lake and hung out there for a little bit, and then started the long trek home in the high crosswinds. So took our time getting home, but certainly made it, and made it safely, and that's the key. Learned a few tricks along the way, like how to carry a 32-ounce foam cup on my motorcycle without spilling it. That was a pretty neat trick Mitch taught me. And had a good Father's Day. That was my Father's Day present, is getting to go on a motorcycle trip with my buddies, go see my brother. And he tripped up to Stillwater to meet us. He's from Del City, so about an hour and 10-minute trip for him, and probably an hour and 40-minute trip for us, the way we went. But anyway, had a great time, and just got off the phone with my dad, so I missed most of the net. Tried calling him earlier today, but he was in church, so we didn't connect until later tonight. And then trivia answers. I heard the main trivia question. I'm going to go with C, Charlie, and I did not hear the alternate, so I'm going to go with B, Bravo, on the alternate trivia there. And no need to read it for my sake. I'm confident in those answer choices. So hopefully you're having a good day and a good Father's Day there, Dustin. Back over to you from AI5Q.
All right there, Jairus. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo. And, boy, I've got to say, I haven't heard from Mitch in a long time. Next time you talk to him, you tell him we miss him. And we'd love to hear him on the radio more often. So glad you had a good time there today. And we'll forgive you for missing most of that. It's all right there. So there you go. We'll say 73 to you for now. We're going to go back up here because I've been told I missed him. KC8MCA. Paul, let everything drop, wait a second or two, and then go ahead, because I didn't hear you on my end. KC8MCA, take it away. All right, nothing heard. We're going to go down for a recheck from Chris, K8MMY, take it away.
No lying here, I stayed awake. I've been practicing for field day. KE8MMY.
All right there, Chris. Well, you try to stay awake as late as you can, and I think we're just going to drink a bunch of caffeine. So, all right, let's go down and talk to Mike at VY1MGS in Whitehorse. How are you?
VY1MGS returning. Mike of Whitehorse. Greetings, Dustin and Nick and everyone on net. Nice to hear you out there. Reading the mail here. My putter at home. 72 degrees Foxtrot at present. Loss of sun. Sundown is at 11:35 this evening, officially. I was volunteering at the Klondike Chilkat International Bike Relay on the Checkpoint 6, doing some race communications. That was a good time. The weather was beautiful. And just puttering now. Trying to avoid doing too much right now. A little putter on this and that, but kind of trying to take it easy. Nice to hear you. Nice to chat with you. Thanks for bringing me in. Always a pleasure. Back to you from Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra, Semi-Trio.
All right there, Mike. Well, great for joining us this evening. Always a pleasure to hear you, and sounds like you're doing good things up there. So we'll say 73 to you for now. Wonderful to hear you, and hopefully we'll hear you again there real soon. All right, we're at the bottom of the list, and I mean it this time. This is the final call for check-ins for the Beacon Net. Please call now.
Victor Kilo.
Kilo Echo Zero, Whiskey Lima Mike, Wichita, Kansas, home of the Shockers.
Okay, double. Victor Kilo 2, Delta Yankee, Robert and Sid.
All right, let me hold it up right there, and we'll tell you who we've got here. We have VK2DY, Robert there in Sydney, and I had another station there that doubled with him. Would that other station come back?
KE0, Whiskey Lima Mike, Wichita, Kansas.
All right, we got you that time. We'll get right back to you. Let's go over here and talk to Robert, VK2DY. What's going on over in Sydney there, Robert?
Good afternoon. This is Robert, BK2DY in northwestern Sydney. 16 degrees Celsius, 61 Fahrenheit. That's all we're going to get today. It's overcast. There's a bit of a breeze out there. It is a typical winter day in Sydney, and that is a typical winter day. It's temperatures in the upper 50s, lower 60s, and overcast. We've got 9 hours and 45 minutes of daylight, and we're slowly going back to, I think 9 hours and 40 minutes is the last thing. Anyway, lots of stuff going on here, but nothing in Sydney in particular. Our Father's Day isn't until September, and our field day was back in March, so we're sort of at a slow point here. I'm going to go with Charlie and Bravo for the questions. Thank you. VK2DY. Back to Net.
All right there, Robert. Well, sounds like everything's wonderful there, and we certainly appreciate you stopping by. And you have a great afternoon over there. We'll say 73 and catch you there down the log. Now we're going to go over and talk to Ty, KE0WLM. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody. I was getting ready to go to bed. Got to get up at 5 a.m., so it's no problem for me. Better be ready than not. Had a pretty good day today. Had some good food. KE0 Whiskey Lima Mike clear.
All right there, Ty. Well, thanks for joining us. 73 and have a great evening. Well, let's go over to the land of snow and maple syrup where we have a recheck. AB8MO, take it.
Oh, I just wanted to know how many last calls have you had already? Have you been keeping track? Because I lost track. Back to you, Sir Squatch, AB8MO. Back.
Well, you know, I keep going to end it, but then I keep getting all of my friends in here, and how can I deny any of my friends a check-in? And I couldn't end it with less than 30 check-ins. That would just be an outrage. So we're at 33 with your recheck. So there you go. And that was the final last call, so I'm going to break for time here. And on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, the Beacon Net crew, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday, also here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to visit our friends over on the N5XQK Memorial Border Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time, and that's Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KD8EPC returning the repeaters for normal amateur use at this time, and I will be clear. 73 there, y'all.
KE0 Whiskey Lima Mike listening.
W8WKY.
is KE8VZA with a quick test into W8WKY repeater. Test, test.
KE8VZA sounds good.
Thank you there, Just Nick. I don't know what happened earlier other than I didn't have my VFO knob locked, and I hit it with my thumb, and I knocked it off a couple kilohertz. So I think that was part of the problem. I don't know what the rest of it was, because when I reset it, things were still goofy.
KD8SLG here. You recognize my voice. That's just fabulous. I think there's some propagation things. Even with Dustin on Wednesday afternoon, he would go from dropping out of the repeater every 5 or 10 seconds to perfect copy 3 or 4 times across that hour, and it was just one of those things. And I think now that it's still daylight when we're starting the net, more or less, kind of, I think that's having some negative impact on the propagation, the positive propagation we normally encounter during the beacon net.
Roger, Roger. Yes, I'm actually receiving a stronger signal now from the W8KY. I've got about a +5 over 9, which I had a 7 or 8 before.
Yeah. Hey, dude, it's radio. So, if you're looking perfection, call me on a cell phone, right?
Yeah, very good, very good. Well, hey, radio keeps it interesting and challenging. Well, hey, hey there, Nick. I've got to jump out of here. I've got an early start tomorrow, and I've got a bear of a week coming up with this one project I'm working on. So I will say 73 on your final.
KE8VZA, KD8SLG. I got a big week this week, too. Big project coming up. It's called Field Day. 6 sleeps away. Eric, you have a great night, man. Fine business tonight. KE8VZA, KD8SLG. I'm clear.
Thanks, Nick. KE8VZA clear.
8WKY. W8WKY.